What's going on? Let me start that over. What's going on? It's the RapNerd, and I'm here to review Zack Snyder's Justice League, just dropped on HBO Max. And oh my goodness, I adore this movie. I love it. Now, hold your horses. I know this is kind of deja vu from what I said on Justice League, but nah, I'm for real this time. I know this is the real deal, and this is the movie I've been waiting for as the sequel to Batman v Superman. Oh my gosh, so good. So first of all, this review was going to be non-spoiler and spoiler. The first half would be non-spoiler, the second half would be spoilers. So I'm gonna let you know when I get to that point. Second, for a 4-hour movie, this thing flies. Like, it does not feel like 4 hours. I kept hearing people say that, but watching the film, it just goes by so quickly. And I attribute it to the chapters. It really makes you feel like you're restarting a new film, and it kind of puts you in the mind state like this chapter is going to end, and we're off to the next one. And I just think it's pretty genius to do it because, I'm telling you, bro, this movie is a literal graphic novel brought to life. One of the main things missing from Justice League are the beautiful, 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 beautiful frames. Just like Man of Steel, just like BVS, you can pause this movie at any point, click, and hang it on your wall. Beautiful cinematography, framing, blocking, symmetry, scale, different types of shots, like everything. Like, I mean, an example, Bruce at the beginning when he's in the mountains. This isn't spoiler because it's not. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's like a teapot, like on the ground, and the camera's just focused on it, and even that just looks beautiful. Like, so damn good being shot. And we want to get into technical aspects of the film. I just don't know how WB saw this version because Zack said he had this one on in January 2017. This is the cut he showed WB. I don't know how they saw this and said this was unwatchable. I really don't. And all of the meddling and nonsense Joss and Co did to this movie is ridiculous. Like, you see some of the same scenes. Like, of course, in Justice League, I'll say, after watching it, a lot of the big set pieces, specifically the tunnel battle, the battle at Heroes Park. What's the other one? Wonder Woman Rescue, the Atlantean, get the mother box, and the Mascara attack. All of them, they have similarities. Like, you've seen pieces of this in the theatrical, but there's so much more in each scene that was just hacked out to make time quicker. And with, like, say this is a scene, right? Like, you literally have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 bits of the scene just completely removed. Some smaller and some like really big, just like straight up like, why is that not there? And it makes a difference. The action scenes flow better. It makes for better just sequences in general. Everything looks better because everything is there. There's dialogue that's put back in, dialogue that's been replaced with what Zack intentionally did. So it brings, a lot of these scenes are like, it's literally, you're watching a new scene because everything is just different. Even with the color grading, it makes such a difference in what you see. And I'll give you an example. The Wonder Woman Rescue, right? At the beginning of it, it shows her standing on that statue. And in the Justice League version, I hate that shot because the color grading is awful and it just looks fake. But a similar shot, I feel like it's not the same shot from what I remember, but either way, it's similar enough. I feel like Zack shot this one and Whedon tried to redo it, but it's kind of similar. And just the color grading makes it pop and look better. It looks real, like with the intended color. And as I was saying about choppy scenes, I mean, like the rescue in Justice League, that whole scene is about 5 minutes. In this movie, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, that whole rescue sequence is about 10 to 15 minutes total. So there's a lot missing from start to finish. And it's just having everything there just makes the scenes way more impactful. And even like Steppenwolf's design, bro, easily one of the most interesting like looking villains. Like when you see this dude on camera, you just kind of break down his armor because stuff is just steadily clicking and moving. You just look at him like, what's going on with his armor? Like his voice. And again, these are edits that were supposed to be here, and it just makes that big of a difference. I talked about when I say like the sequence chopping, and you'll see throughout the movie, you'll be like, why is that not in there? This looks so much better with this added scene, added dialogue, added this, and it just really opens the action set pieces up and opens the film up. I mean, from added dialogue to missing scenes to context, everything in this movie makes sense. There's not, you would be pressed to find somebody say it is a plot hole. There's nothing there. Like, I feel like this film, where it differs from BVS and Man of Steel, is with those movies being like, I guess, less characters, there's more room for complexity in the plot. Whereas this one is kind of straightforward with the plot. This needs to happen. We got to stop this. It's not really much of any type of weaving in and out of stuff. So everything is straightforward. There's a question, there's answers for every question that's made. And again, with this movie, the magnificence is in the details, the small details, man. Like it's so fantastic. Like we even learn about, Batman's gauntlet and why he can do that. And when the scene happens, I was like, oh, that's why he got those gauntlets like that. Like ping, ping, ping. That's why he did it. And it's just little stuff like that sprinkled throughout that, I'm all over the place, I know, I'm sorry. But this movie is just phenomenal, fantastic. And just to speak on BVS and Man of Steel, I feel like is a sci-fi thriller. BVS is a political thriller. While this one is just a straight up epic action adventure, like flat out. I mean, we talking about, if you take Watchmen, Lord of the Rings, Man of Steel, BVS, and just put them all in a pot, this is what you get with Justice League, and it's so glorious. Oh my God. Like from start to finish, it's a ride. Like I saw Ray say this movie is a feast, and God almighty, it is. It just gives you plate after plate after plate after plate after plate. Get to the third act, that's a whopping meal, and then it's done. And after that, they give you another plate. Then you're like, I'm satisfied. After that, they give you another plate. I'm satisfied. Here's the last plate. It's just feeding you the entire time. Oh my God. So, on to technical aspects. I love the 4:3. I know a lot of people had a problem with it, but I specifically loved it because for me personally, whenever I see the 4:3, framing of a movie, it always makes me think about a movie either trying to look like it took place in the past, or it's an old movie that was recorded, in the past. So for me personally, having that old school feel made the movie just feel bigger, and it made it feel like classic, and how can I say it, like you're looking at history. That's what, it makes it feel like you're looking at history. And I loved it. Like I'm telling you, it's just something about that feel for this movie being so grand. You see everything, and it just adds a whole different dynamic to it. And it being like one of the only comic book movies to be shot like that and actually create like that for any screen. I thought it was a great choice. I loved it. It didn't take me out of the movie at all. I still, like I said, it just felt mythic. This whole movie feels mythic. The mythology is there. From with all the lore, with the Atlanteans, the Mascara, I don't know what they call it, the Apocalyptians or whatever they're called, the humans. It just feels so grand, like the history lesson, man. Like in this movie, it's about 10 minutes long. And theatrical is under 5 minutes, and you get to see everything. It plays out, and it just feels so big in scope. Like I can't say it enough. Like so fantastic, man. What else? Technical aspects. Junkie XL destroyed. this score. Oh my God. Start to finish. Like, I didn't think you could make Wonder Woman's theme even more badass, but he found a way to do it. Having those voices, as soon as you hear it, you like, oh, just chills everywhere, man. Like, Batman score, his new score, being more hopeful, and I just love that it did change, because I was kind of expecting to hear that one from BVS, but like I said, he's in a different place, so I understand they didn't want to use that really brooding theme. But this new one works out really well. The Justice League theme that gets played throughout the movie, like when it really gets going, it's just like chills. They included the Man of Steel theme in here, the doom doom, like perfection, man. Like all the music, Junkie showed his ass on this, yo. It's like, and that guitar riff, one of my favorite ones in the movie, man. That doom 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 doom. Fire. All right, so that's that. And the action sequences, man. If you saw my channel and you're subscribed, you saw I had a video, and I asked Zack about his action sequences, and the guy just gets it, man. All the action, like the Wonder Woman rescue, just the extra stuff that's in there. It's just like, you cut that? Batman, and again, this goes back to editing and how it was originally shot. There were some scenes that I had a problem with, like in Justice League, like, Batman against the parademons, and how they kind of was just throwing them around. I was just kind of like, yeah, Batman, you don't get your ass beat like that. But some of those are still in the movie, but you get more context to the scene around it, so it makes it like, okay, like, yeah, it makes sense that he's getting kind of manhandled by these parademons. You can't have a warehouse fight with people who can fly and have guns like this, but he still gets it in. Like, I was thoroughly happy with Batman. Like, and Batman aside, everybody gets it in. Like, the third act, bro, is on some whole other dog. Like, some of the best action in any comic book movie ever. Like, this is the thing that Cyborg does. Have you seen the teaser with that barrel roll? Like, oh. Aquaman, like, oh boy, and Superman. All I'm gonna say is, not impressed. Mollywop, man. Oh, what else can I get in without spoilers? And again, I guess since I'm talking about the characters, I will say everybody's character is better. Victor has an actual arc. Flash is an actual person who has an actual arc. Batman is not a chump who's quipping. Wonder Woman is literally the leader of the pack, and she's respected, and you see that she's with the smoke on all accounts. Aquaman's character is vastly different. Like, he's not really even joking like that. Like, the whole time he's really standoffish, and you can see that because he's such a loner. Oh man, this movie is just the details, the small details. Oh, Steppenwolf too. Steppenwolf is a whole different character, man. Just off of how he looks and his brutality, like, what you see in these teasers is nothing compared to what he actually does. Like, it actually makes you kind of like understand why he gets done the way he gets done at the end of the movie, because of how he was doing everybody else, man. Like, he didn't give a shit about anybody, no regards for life, and it was just like, there's mad stuff he did. I was just like, damn, like, why you going that hard, son? Like, damn. So, and I can't go without mentioning Darkseid, bro. Like, the dude is legit scary. Like, there's, again, the small details, man. That when he's around, everybody else knows it. Like, I'll talk about it on the spoiler side. But this movie, man, the story, again, the script is fantastic. It's like Shakespearean on some levels. Like, everything that comes out of Darkseid, and Steppenwolf's mouth is like Shakespearean. It's just like you can dissect it. And just off the first watch, I didn't even get a lot, but what I did get was just the articulants. And I'm ready to watch it again just to soak that in because the movie just, like I said, keeps feeding you so much. You get so much you didn't get from the theatrical, and it's just a lot to take in a good way. Because while it's a lot of stuff, it doesn't feel overstuffed to me, in my opinion. Like you get everything you're supposed to get to understand the movie. And Lord have mercy, restore the Snyderverse. We gotta have JL2, dog. Oh my God, it is. Okay, so let me think. Are there any other things that I can say? Non-spoiler, non-spoiler. It's a fun ride. Like this movie is. It's mythic. It's fun. It has humor in it that's not overdone, and it just everything works for me. This movie is just like this. There's not anything that I would change. Literally nothing. Nothing. Excuse me. I'm so like where this is gonna rank. I'm gonna watch it some more this weekend to rank it. But God, what a movie! So if you haven't seen it, from here on out, this is gonna be spoilers because I gotta get into this, bro. I got to. So, Dark Side, man, bro. There's the scene when Steppenwolf is, in his lair or whatever you call it, and they're speaking through that, the telecommunicator, and you see it start to form, and then it cuts to Parademons flying down and just bowing, and then the music just is boom, 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 and Steppenwolf's kind of looking like, the hell's going on? And then Darkseid's face appears, and you see the fear in Steppenwolf's face. He's just kind of like, his armor just, and he just, like, Darkseid is that dude. And while he's not in the movie a crazy amount, he's in it enough to know you. He's in it enough to let you know he's with the shits, and he will shut shit down. Like, that little mini nightmare that was like a 2-minute clip when Cyborg plugs into the box was so much. I mean, it shook me. I'm not gonna front. I was shook seeing Diana dead and her body burned. I was just like, and he was in Atlantis. He killed Arthur with his beams, and then it goes to the scene with him. It looked like Clark was holding like a burned corpse. That's what it looked like. I'm guessing that's Lois. And then Darkseid puts his hands on his shoulder, like, oh man, you know he's not a game. And speaking of villains, Joker. The Joker and Batfleck scene to me is the best interaction, live action we've seen of Batman and Joker. Their banter going back and forth was like nothing I've ever seen in live action. Like, this is a Joker that definitely gets under gets under Batman's skin. Like, you can just tell how they're talking, how Batman has to hold himself back, like just saying like, all right, you better watch what comes out your mouth next, because if you cross that line, I will fucking kill you. Like, and then just Joker just talking back, like, and I love the scene. He's just like, pulls a card out. A truce. Bruce, why send the boy Wonder to do a man's job? And the way Zack shoots it is, it's like he has the scene going in and out of focus when you need it to be, and it's like when it goes the man's job, the focus just goes on Leto's face, and you just see him like, and he's just nuts, like out of his head. But back and forth, so fucking good. Oh my God. Nightmare World, we need JL2, because if JL2 is going to be all of that, we need that. That is something different that we haven't seen in this comic book world. We need that, bro. Like, oh my goodness. And it's like I said, it comes after everything, so you're already fed, and then you get that, and it's just like, damn, what the hell? And Martian Manhunter coming to Bruce, letting them know, like, hey, Darkseid's coming. And I love the progression, because you see how calm Bruce is. If you compare that to how he was just seeing Clark, who looks like a human, and how outraged he was, he had composure looking at Martian, who was clearly an alien. Like, he just was kind of like, We are gonna need help. I've seen what you've seen. Um, what's gonna say? Batfleck, like again, like this is Batman. His um his tactics, his strategy. Like the third act is nuts, bro. Like Steppenwolf tried to axe Cyborg, and Superman just shows up. Not impressed. Cool breath on the axe, and then he Sparta kicks this nigga, B. Wow. Superman mollywopped his ass, like, and I love how Zack did that, showing Superman beat the shit out of Steppenwolf, because it's kind of like finally a villain does horrible things and he gets treated the same way. Because Superman beat the dog shit out of him and was having fun with it, just like smiling, just beating his ass, and it was just spoiler talk, spoiler talk. I said Barry being a real person, and when he runs time back, it's one of the most epic, visceral things caught on screen. Like he's running, and it's like a shot that pans back, and you just see nothingness, but Flash is recreating it. Like Zack is nuts. Every Victor learning about himself and how much deeper, like you get to see he is a digital god. How he goes inside this like it's like a building of technology, and how he's able to do something. Like he gives this lady who's struggling $100,000 and just walks away. You see what he's able to do. His art with his dad, like his story got to me, man. Like the football game when he was excited and he saw an empty chair, and he kind of just like his excitement just went away. And when he was in the car with his mom, and he just broke down crying, like. And then with his dad coming to see him just pretty much comatose because half his body is gone, got to me so much, man. It's the worst nightmare for a parent. What else can I say, man? Like, this movie, bro, is everything I wanted for a Justice League movie. Everything. I can't believe Warner Brothers butchered this. Thank God we got this movie. This is what a Justice League movie should be. 4-hour epic. Epic. And the Atlantean thing, like, I remember Zack talking about that, saying like he created the air bubbles because he doesn't feel like they should, with them being such ancient creatures that they talk underwater, and they kind of do like, what is it called? I forgot. They kind of speak in sonar, and you hear that. And when he said it, I kind of was like, I don't like that. But seeing it, it was dope. You just gotta see it to see it. It's dope. The opening sequence showing showing Superman's death, and the waves just flying out there, and you just see him, like how it affects everything. Everyone's turning, and the details in this film, man. Like, what else can I say? That's spoiling to get it off my chest. Again, the music is fire. It's just everything is just what it's supposed to be. The tone is perfect. I don't think anyone I don't know. I just don't. I feel like this movie is just ridiculously hopeful. It's beautiful. Everybody stepping up. Everybody having to go through their past. Seeing everybody progress. Seeing Victor start to trust people. Seeing Aquaman care. Seeing Barry step up into the shoes he's supposed to be in. Seeing Diana continue to lead the force while, also realizing she left in this mascara to help mankind. Seeing Batman go back into his leader role, not having the rage he once had. Superman coming back. Like some people may have, I haven't seen anybody have an issue actually with Superman and how he was portrayed. Like, I actually like that he didn't talk a lot, because I personally feel like him coming back from the dead, I just don't feel like he would talk a lot. I don't feel like he would have a lot to say. I feel like it's gonna take him some time to get the wheels turning to actually be back to his old self. And I like how we get to see the progression of that, even in that short period of time, and just kind of when he does come back and works with the League, how it's just this common denominator, like, bad guys, we gotta stop them. We can talk later. And look, I'm about to pull the meme, like Shorty from Basketball Wives, Jackie. I need Justice League 2. I need Justice League 3. I need a Batfleck series. I need Cyborg. I need Cyborg in the Flash movie. I need Green Lantern. I need John Stewart. I need all of that restored to Snyderverse, because this is what sets DC apart. This is what sets it apart. Let the man do his 2 films, and he'll pass it on to somebody else. But this is something we haven't seen, man. Let's do this. Like, restore the Snyderverse. I am over the moon with this movie. I can't wait to buy the Blu-ray. I'm gonna buy the hell out of that thing. I'm about to go watch it again now. So I might come back and do another review, just with me being more plotted out and writing down stuff as I watch it. Because this is all our first watch, and my mind is just like. Anyway, what do you think of Zack Snyder's Justice League? Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, of course, and I hope you enjoyed this movie the same way that I enjoyed it, because I love it. Fantastic, my God. Anyway, I'm about to go watch it. Got another 4 hours to spare, so peace.